I'm Jerry Palazzolo, founder and president of Catholic Healthcare International, and welcome to another discussion of Responding to the Call of Padre Pio. Each week I will take about 5 minutes to share with you some discussions about Padre Pio, his amazing Home for the Relief of Suffering hospital, and our collaboration agreement with them to replicate it here in the United States and other areas around the world as a model of fully faithful Catholic healthcare delivery, indeed a beacon of light of Catholic healthcare delivery for our nation and for the faithful. Today I want to share with you some thoughts about our challenges that everyone in our country and our world are undertaking right now with the coronavirus. It's impacting us just like everyone else. Our momentum is growing so fast with our programs. We're so excited. You can really see the hand of God, the Holy Spirit, Padre Pio, in our work and what he's doing and paving the way for us. Unfortunately, we had 3 major events coming up in the next few weeks that we are going to have to postpone for a period of time. The first was going to be this Thursday on the Feast of St. Joseph in Alexandria, Louisiana, at the beautiful church, the Our Lady of Prompt Succor. And there was a group of physicians from the Catholic Medical Association that invited us down to share our vision with them. And unfortunately, we'll have to postpone that for another day. Next Saturday, we were going to present at the Catholic Medical Association Rose Mass in Ann Arbor, Michigan. That again has to be postponed. And a very big event for us was going to be and will be Terry's Day. And that's the 15th anniversary of the unfortunate tragic passing of Terry Schiavo. And you know that we have a plan to to implement the first ever Terry Schiavo Home for the Brain Injured in southern Michigan. And Cardinal Burke and Archbishop Alan Vigneron of the Archdiocese of Detroit were going to join us to celebrate Holy Mass and then to have a big reception afterwards to share our vision. Unfortunately, that's going to have to be postponed. Stay tuned though, because we still plan on doing an event, one that will be a live feed Mass on that day, March 31st. Which we will give you more information about, and everyone around the world will be able to join us to do that. So please watch our website, and we'll give you more details about that. Anyway, going back to the coronavirus, it's really challenging. And Padre Pio always had a saying. He said, many people lose their faith asking, why is this happening to me? Instead of asking the correct question, what does God want me to do in this instance? We don't know why this is happening. We don't know if it is of God or of Satan or of whatever origins it is. But you know what? It really doesn't matter. What matters is how we respond to it. We know what we need to do. I'm no theologian, but we need to help those in need. We need to be responsible and not spreading. We need to do the things that we should be doing in this instance. And most importantly, we need to pray. Pray in front of the Eucharist. And if you can't get to the Eucharist, pray on your own. God gives many, many graces when these challenges come upon us. Padre Pio had huge battles with the devil. I mean physical battles. They would hear noises in his cell. He would come out beaten, battered, and bloodied oftentimes. And there are many, many connections between him and St. Michael the Archangel. He had a great devotion with St. Michael. I contend that area where Padre Pio was, San Giovanni Rotondo, was established as a place of an example of the battle of good versus evil, and chosen by St. Michael himself. You may not know this, but St. Michael actually chose his shrine on earth to be on a mountain that is only 15 minutes away from San Giovanni Rotondo, called Mont St. Angelo. There is St. Michael's cave there. And St. Michael himself came down, chose this, and actually consecrated it on his own in a vision with the bishop, with another nobleman in the area, said that he had consecrated that, and that was his shrine on earth, very close to where St. Padre Pio is. There's a real connection here. that was on the pathway for people who were traveling from Europe to the Holy Land, and many, many saints and popes have visited there. Obviously, Padre Pio, St. Francis of Assisi went through there, visited, felt himself unworthy to go into the cave, so he stood outside and looked in and marked a tau on the stone, looking into that, which still remains there today. And St. Bridget of Sweden and St. Bernard of Clairvaux, many, many popes, Pope St. John Paul II, Pope Benedict XVI visited there. This area is a very important one. That was done in the year 490, was when he came and did that. Interestingly enough, I want to share one story with you about the power of prayer over these challenges, especially natural disaster types of challenges. In the year 591, not long after St. Michael chose this as his shrine on earth, there was a big plague in Rome, and it even killed the current pope. And then the next pope was Pope St. Gregory the Great. And Pope St. Gregory the Great came in, and because this plague had overtaken the area, he had a procession through the streets of Rome with the image of the Madonna and Child that was painted by St. Luke the Evangelist. And as they went through and they prayed, they came up and were returning back to the Vatican. And on the top of an edifice, which was a mausoleum at the time, which is now Castle St. Angelo, right next to the Vatican, there appeared on the top of that an image of a great angel who had a fiery sword. And he took his sword and he stuck it back into his sheath. And that was the message from God to the people of Rome and to the Pope, that they had answered their prayers. And indeed, the plague ended, and they could tell immediately. There was a scent of flowers and a clearing of the air immediately, and God answered their prayers. I share that with you because prayer is the answer to everything. Prayer is the foundation of what we do. Prayer is going to be the foundation and the answer to what we're doing here. So please, help your neighbor, be responsible, but most of all, pray. As Padre Pio always said, pray, hope, and don't worry. Sorry I went a little bit long. I'm sure people are very confused out there. Don't worry about whether this is of God or of Satan. Worry about what your response to it is. That's what you need to do. Thank you. Please go to our website. Help us. Provide us with donations. Also, keep track of these events that are coming up. We will give you more information as time goes on. Thank you so much. God bless you, and stay safe, stay healthy. Pray, hope, and don't worry.